Welcome back. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is demanding the creation of an Electoral Offences Commission as one of the ways of improving the quality and conduct of elections. Top officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission, led by its chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, are in Lagos for a retreat to review the electoral legal framework. After the opening session, the chairman said without punishing or prosecuting electoral offenders, it will be difficult to sanitize the electoral space. The umpire is reviewing a modified version of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill presented to the President for assent before the 2019 elections, hoping to inject some more contemporary changes that will help our elections.
Take the draft bill presented to the Executive for assent by the 8th Assembly, and they have added some amendments to sections and subsections of the same draft bill. And also, in the light of experience arising from the 2019 general elections, we have made extensive comments far beyond what the National Assembly has presented to the Commission. So it's a mixture of what was presented earlier with new experience arising from the 2019 general elections. For as long as violators of our electoral laws are not penalized, we'll continue to have issues with our elections. If you take a place like South Africa, for instance, they have what they call the electoral courts. Violators are arrested and instantly prosecuted. But in our own case, committee after committee have recommended for the enactment of a law to set up the Electoral Offences Commission and Tribunal. The Lemu Committee recommended it, the West Committee recommended it, Ken Namani recommended it, stakeholders have recommended it. There is, I understand, a bill before the National Assembly sponsored by 2 senators and equally sponsored by members of the House of Representatives. We hope this time around, before we go into major elections, we'll have the Electoral Offences Commission and Tribunal to which all violators of our electoral laws will be subjected, whether they are officials of the Commission, politicians, or those acting on behalf of some political actors.
Away from electoral matters to the judiciary, the Supreme Court again adjourned till tomorrow, Tuesday, March 3rd, hearing on the application seeking the review of its judgments which sacked Mr. Emeka Ihedioha as the governor of Imo State. Mr. Ihedioha and the People's Democratic Party are asking for a review of the Apex Court's judgment of February 13th, 2020, which removed him from office after about 7 months of being inaugurated as governor of Imo State. The Apex Court also adjourned till March 17th, the hearing of the application filed by the All Progressives Congress in Zamfara State, seeking the court to set aside its judgments which nullify the candidature of all their candidates in the 2019 general elections. The Apex Court had on February 26th dismissed the applications of the APC in Bayelsa State, seeking to review its judgment, removing its candidate, David Lyon, as governor. Meanwhile, an Abuja High Court presided over by Justice Danlami Senchi will on Tuesday, March 3rd, deliver a ruling on an interlocutory application filed by Mustafa Saliu and 5 others seeking to stop Mr. Adams Oshiomhole from parading himself as the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress. The plaintiffs are asking the court to declare that by virtue of the resolution of the Executive Committee of APC Ward 10, Esako West Local Government Area of Edo State, which suspended Mr. Oshiomhole as a member of the APC, he cannot continue to hold the office of the national chairman of the party, having been validly suspended as a member of the party. Justice Senchi, after listening to the arguments of counsels for the parties, fixed Tuesday, March 3rd for ruling. Let's listen to the major business headlines. Here's BC Adebayo.
Banking, so easy, so simple. Dial *894# now to experience it. You first, First Bank.
Hello and welcome to Business News. Nigeria's Purchasing Managers Index increased to 58.3 reading in February, indicating an expansion in the manufacturing sector. The Central Bank PMI report shows 12 subsectors grew above 50% out of the 14 subsectors that were surveyed, led by transportation equipment, petroleum and coal products, and non-metallic mineral products. At production level, the manufacturing sector increased to 58.9 points. However, the non-manufacturing PMI report shows a reading of 58.6 points, indicating an expansion for the 34th consecutive month. Meanwhile, it's a different scenario with FBN Quest PMI report, which shows the headline reading decreased from 53.6 to 51.7 in February. 3 of the 5 sub-indices were in positive territory. According to FBN Quest, although local substitution has picked up, manufacturers cited scarcity of raw materials as well as power supply shortages as primary reasons for reduced production in the month under review. Officials of the Nigeria Incentive-Based Risk-Sharing System for Agricultural Lending have signed a memorandum of understanding with the Nigerian Meteorological Agency to enhance agricultural production in the country. The managing director of NIASOL, Mr. Aliyu Abdulhamid, describes the partnership as a significant step towards achieving precision agriculture in Nigeria.
Globally, weather predictions play an important role in agriculture. It helps farmers take decisions on when to plant and harvest their crops. Helping farmers achieve great turnover post-harvest remains key, and that is why government officials from the Nigeria Incentive-Based Risk-Sharing System for Agricultural Lending and that of the Nigerian Meteorological Agency are forming an alliance for increasing yield and productivity of farmers.
We believe that this relationship with NIMET is the first baby step that we are taking towards optimizing primary agricultural production in Nigeria involving smallholder farmers. It marks the start of a strategic partnership with NIMET, whose official mandate is to provide climate and weather-related data services in Nigeria. With regard to NIMET's capabilities, without preempting the DG, we in NASAL envision that this partnership will lead to the generation and provision of agro-meteorological weather information and other strategic services to support finance and investment decisions.
The Director General of NIMET, Professor Sani Mashi, speaks on his agency's mandate and how the partnership is a perfect fit for achieving its primary mandate of promoting climate-smart agriculture.
We will provide all necessary support to NISAL to reach as many farmers as possible by designing and developing effective strategies for disseminating agroecological services to farmers, leveraging our latest technology. We will always be there for NISAL. Our relationship with NISAL will remain organic one. Our team will be permanently available for you. Our doors will remain open. In fact, we won't even open our windows and our roof.
And after the speeches, the agreement is signed by heads of both agencies. From now on, farmers will be provided with information for disseminating agro-meteorological services, leveraging on the latest technology. This, in the long run, is expected to boost agricultural productivity in the country.
The Nigerian equities market did not get off to a bright start to the week and the new month as the All-Share Index kicks off in negative territory. Here's Ekaite Afia with a summary of today's trading activities.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. It's not a bright start to the week and the month at the stock market in Nigeria as the All-Share Index kicks off in the negative territory. Losses from bellwether components of the consumer goods and banking sectors dragged the overall index by 1.53% to new lows of 25,816.57. As a result, consumer goods shed 5.19% due to losses from Nestle, Unilever, and PZ Cousins, while the banking index declined 3.66%. Only the insurance counter closed positive today. GT Bank was the most traded stock for the day by volume and value, followed by Zenith Bank and UBA. Total turnover of 325.26 million shares, worth 6.02 billion naira, changed hands in over 5,000 deals. Market breadth was negative by 9 stocks led by Law Union, posted gains against 27 losers by Nestle. And that's the Stock Market Report. I'm Ekaite Afia.
Thanks, Ekaite. On the other hand, stocks rose sharply across the globe today after more policymakers signaled that they are ready, if needed, to stabilize the economy amid fears of the coronavirus outbreak. Let's take a look at some of today's numbers. And that's it on Business News. It's back to you, Amarachi.
Banking, so easy, so simple. Dial star 894 hash now to experience it. You first, First Bank.
Thanks, Bissy. The efforts to guarantee the safety of tricycle riders and other road users in Abuja got some boost as Simba TVS Group, manufacturers of Nigeria's largest selling tricycle brand, provide safety training for riders in Abuja. Training is an ongoing initiative of the company to provide road safety training for tricycle riders across Nigeria.
We can start our session there, you can take it.
Senior officials of Simba TVS Group, manufacturers of Nigeria's largest selling tricycle brand, providing safety training for tricycle riders in Abuja. The training, which include lectures and practical demonstration of safe driving techniques, provides tricycle riders, who are also known as keke riders, information about road signs and what they need to do when they meet them on the road. Simba TVS Marketing Group head highlights some of the reasons behind the training.
We at Simba TVS have been encouraging and also training riders in road safety for a long time. This particular initiative, which is happening now in Abuja, is part of a continuous process in which we do a lot of these training camps across Nigeria so that we train KK riders to drive safely so that everybody's safety is ensured as much as possible. That is why this training initiative by us at Simba TVS is something which is part of what we believe in, what we encourage, and we keep on doing across the country.
Simba TVS is the manufacturer of Nigeria's largest selling tricycle brand. Officials of the company said they are not only interested in sales, but also in the safety of their customers, an initiative that some riders express great appreciation for.
Without safety, we believe there is no development. Everyone has to be safe so that they can go back to their families at the end of the day. So we don't just sell products, but we also bring them the spares of the highest quality, the best quality tires, the best quality, any spare parts the vehicle require. And end of the day, the biggest thing is the human factor.
This keke napep is my occupation that I used to do and feed myself and my family. I appreciate Simba TVS for the lesson and the training that they impacted to me.
The safety training provided by Simba TVS Group is part of the company's continuous process, which have existed for some time now. It is targeted at training tricycle riders across the country about road norms and generally how to drive safely.
Still ahead on the news at 10, 6 people die in U.S. Washington state as Senegal and Tunisia record first cases of COVID-19, while European Union raises risk level over disease, with number of deaths worldwide exceeding 3,000.